Bonjour and welcome to Rendez-Vous with Yasmin.
And Kumar, as we discover the joy of cycling.
How bicycles can make you happier and more fulfilled.
Rider on the Block is a project that we constructed from an exhibition, which was curated by the Alliance Française in Candy with the help of the European delegation. And we'll organize also discussions around the topic to give a glimpse of the cycle in the city and what it brings to life.
Actually, I would say that I'm more of a city enthusiast than a cycling enthusiast. And I love cities, the possibilities they give us to, come out together, interact. It's such a powerful idea, creating space, etc. But for that to happen, for people to be able to come together in a city space, there needs to be a city space for people. And when you look at historical cities, European cities today, they were made for people to be able to come together, to walk, to talk, to meet, to do things together. And what we've seen for a period of time is that all this space was taken over by cars. And people were relegated to a sort of sides of the city space. And, under the pretext of making pedestrians safe, we basically removed them from the city space because we were like, we need that road capacity to treat that number of cars, and cars go fast and they can kill you, so it's dangerous, so stay on the side. And we've changed our cities in that way. So what happened then, what's happening in Europe now, is that people are claiming this space back. Pedestrians are coming back as the main actors of city space. Cycling paths are being built and developed. But what we see in places like Colombo is that it's going totally the other way around. Colombo as a soft mobility place would really have to think of how to give space back to people. So it goes, for me, soft mobility is basic human right. You should be able, if you're in a city, you should be able to walk. That's accessible to everyone, to kids, to old people, to those who can't afford a car. Today, in Colombo, only 30% of people move by car, whereas the cars occupy the entire public space. You've got very few parks, pavements are negotiable, half the time there's cars parked on it. I've tried, walking with my kids who cycled on the sidewalk. Half the time you need to get off the bike, walk around the car that's decided to park there because... So it's just basics, really. Put in some pedestrian paths, get some cycle paths in.
We have decided to bring people with us into an experience in the city and see what it means to cycle.
Ever since the wheel was invented into this world, bicycles were the machines, the simple, beautiful machine that got us moving around the world, moving things around the world, transportation. And then, of course, the Industrial Revolution happened and we were moving a little too fast. And now it has come to a time of our life that we need to move back into bicycles, get a little bit slower to make sure that we don't damage our environment and natural beings that surrounds the beautiful world. So yes, I agree and I believe that bicycles are the future.
So today's cycle ride was a way to test and to show people that do not normally cycle that Colombo can be a cyclable city. I mean, you've got roads, you've got infrastructure. What you really need is fewer cars on the roads. And to have fewer cars on the roads, you need to give people other options. You need to make walking easier, more comfortable. You need to make cycling possible by putting in cycling infrastructure And I'm not talking about drawing a white line on the road that everyone ignores, that cars use as parking space. I'm talking about proper cycling paths. And it's also about culture, training, showing to people that it's possible. So I've heard that there were events like Cycle Sunday, for example, where people could go out and explore the roads on the bikes. Those sort of things could help to install in people's heads that cycling is a possibility in the city.
cycling together and exploring the Colombo city.
I love riding the bike in Colombo.
J'ai adoré faire du vélo aujourd'hui.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was very good.
It was wonderful experience on a Sunday morning. Thanks to Alias Process for arranging this event. And I think I usually cycle weekend alone, but it was my first experience in a group and it was wonderful. I think we should look forward to it more.
Cycling is economical, it is environmentally friendly. You need your two legs to propel you forward. There's no pollution, there is nothing actually.
And what more, it helps you to keep in shape.